Hello and welcome back to another edition of Real Talk.
Another one.
We've been hitting it hard this year, man. What a start to the year it's been.
We said we would be consistent. We've been consistent.
Yeah.
And I think also, I believe the viewing numbers have gone up recently.
Yeah.
And we're doing well.
Yeah, we are doing well.
Fine.
And I know we've not had the opportunity to catch films at the same time.
Yeah.
So we're going to do what we've been doing in the past few episodes where it's individual reviews of each other. You've caught Green Book.
Yeah.
I've caught Alita Battle Angel.
In fact, you got a preview screening for Alita.
Yeah.
Big man over here.
Yeah.
I didn't get an invite from anyone.
We were trying to sort it out, weren't we?
Yeah, no, we did. And then James Cameron just decided, you know what, I'm not going to give this guy an invite in the end. And he gave it.
James Cameron.
That's all right.
What a long time it's been
What's his
for
next
him
thing?
away from the cinematic
His
world.
next thing is Avatar, right? He doesn't have anything coming out for
supposed to
Avatar
have been for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Literally the last 10 years.
When did it come out? 2009?
2009. And to think that it should have come out about approximately 4 years after its release. And then he was meant to shoot 3 back-to-back.
Was it cancelled though, or was it postponed?
They're all postponed.
So I can't remember.
They keep getting put back every 2 years.
It's a bit weird because the movie is the highest grossing film of all time by quite a hefty
Is it still
amount.
the highest grossing?
2.7 billion.
Jeez.
It's still made more money than obviously like Avengers: Infinity War, Force Awakens, and I don't know why they've sat. I mean, this isn't having anything to do with Alita, but
well, it kind of does. Even though James Cameron doesn't direct this film,
he was meant to.
He produced it. He was meant to, obviously, and then, as we've just discussed in that conversation, all his balls are in, or all his eggs are in the basket.
All his balls are in the what? All his what?
Try to make an interesting point.
All the eggs are in the basket of Avatar.
Your head's in the gutter, mate.
I know.
You need to get it out
right.
of there.
It's alright.
Man.
We'll get there. It's okay. But we got
balls
Avatar
in the court of Avatar.
There,
could have said that. Could have said that.
Could have said a lot of things.
Alright.
That would have been okay.
Anyway, enough about Avatar.
This just reminded me of that. What's her face? Zoe Saldana and Sam Worthington scene. Don't be linking up any tails here, okay?
Yeah. Oh wow, that was a good ref. When was the last time you watched that movie?
I didn't see it for a couple of years. I'm actually kind of
Are you still nerdily remembering lines like that?
I mean, that is probably the most notable scene from my childhood.
It's not a Jesus. Right. That comment nearly went over my head and then I just dissected it.
Alright, let's talk about Alita Battle Angel. I'll shut up about
Alita Battle Angel.
Blue Tails.
James Cameron produced this, didn't direct it. Robert Rodriguez did, and it's pretty much his first real big budget blockbuster because he's done the art house stuff. You know, he started off with Desperado, the El Mariachi trilogy with Antonio Banderas, and came through the sort of cinematic background with Quentin Tarantino. Their careers,
he came under his shoulder quite a lot,
like alongside each other from Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah,
Tarantino starred in his movie. So now this is an opportunity to see what he can do with a real big budget, and it's based on the popular manga series. So I've been aware of this as a product for a long time, pretty much since I was a kid. And the thing is with something like a manga or an anime, it's always difficult to convey that to the mainstream American audience just because of how wacky that is. It's difficult for probably Western culture to comprehend the significance of what is going on the screen. So just in terms of the plot here, Alita the film kicks off with her broken body being found pretty much in a scrapyard by Christoph Waltz. So again, great cast with Christoph Waltz. We have Mahershala Ali. I always struggle to say his name.
Mahershala Ali, but like
Mahershala.
You say Ali at the end. Mahershala Ali.
That was really good.
I mean, like, just get me signed up for the Oscars.
Man, but people have mispronounced my name in the past as well, so
Jamal?
I know. Yeah,
really?
I've been called Jamel. Like,
Jamel?
How is that?
I mean,
possible?
like,
anyway,
I can't explain.
So her body is discovered by Christoph Waltz, and he puts her back together, and she's got to sort of find her path in life, rediscover her lost memories because she's suffering from amnesia. Her brain is working in full functionality. She just can't remember where she's come from. And set against this, man, is just one. Like, it's based on 4 different manga novels, and they're all like 4 volumes of manga, and they're all compressed into 1-2.
Does that make the film feel a bit bogged down?
Mate, the pace of this film is incredible. When you're looking at that runtime, you're thinking this is going to be a bit of a difficult watch at points, you know, especially from people coming back from work.
Sure.
For that preview screening last night, people are going to be pretty tired and like, is it going to going to maintain the attention of the audience, but it did, because it was moving at such a fast pace, and it had 4 different stories that kind of interlinked. And the only thing I would say is that you do not get a final conclusion of the overall story, because it is going to be linked into a sequel, so it kind of is left on a cliffhanger, which is if you're not in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's going to annoy people.
Right,
you know
of course, because there's not a promise of a next film.
You don't get, exactly, because of a film that's had a crazy budget like this, what always seems to happen is, even if it is a good, critically well-received film, like Blade Runner, if it doesn't make the money back, the sequel's probably not going to happen.
Mad Max Fury Road as well, that was...
Exactly.
I mean, there is a sequel coming now, but there was the debate, wasn't there?
I don't think this is going to have trouble at the box office, though, just because of the time of year that it is. Like, Mad Max was a summer film. With the rivals that it had at that time. There isn't any blockbusters out at the moment.
Nothing until Shazam.
It's awards. It's awards season. Captain Marvel as well.
Captain Marvel, of course.
So, I mean, in terms of the places where it takes you, the world's so fleshed out. Like, you can see that a lot of this is a film built on concept art. Robert Rodriguez and James Cameron have really gone to town on this. And we all know how talented James Cameron is at world building.
Of course.
Incredible.
Of course. His hands are all over this, I'm assuming. His fingerprints.
Yeah, and we have... I'm just going to check on my laptop, because I was going to say rollerball, but that is a whole different sport. But there's a sport... called motorball in this film, and these are some of the most stunning action sequences I've seen in the last few months, really, because obviously when you talk about action sequences, we have to go all the way back to last summer when we talk about Mission Impossible.
Of course.
So it's been a long time since I've been in awe at the cinema, and these sequences, Alita is thrust into the world of motorball. And it's violent, man. It's like F1 on steroids.
Now, obviously, there's a big component to this, which is that Alita is fully CGI. Or most CGI. I'm not quite sure the percentage.
The CGI is absolutely gorgeous in this film. You obviously can see that this person isn't real.
Right.
But in terms of the facial animations, the way how this being can convey her emotions to a human audience with subtle face twitches and looks to the camera. It's like a performance of a CGI. It's like a performance of a robot. It's crazy. It's like essentially what Andy Serkis did in Gollum, where you really believe this creature or this being is real. I adored it, man.
It also reminds me of an Ex Machina, where this robot's trying to discover its own path. Like, that's what I got from the trailers. I've not seen the film yet. And
it's a vague plot title, to be fair. Like you can't really say anything more than that without spoiling the story. It is just a film about self-discovery, and there's romance involved. There's obviously high octane action involved, and
as you would expect with a Robert Rodriguez film.
Exactly, and it's a science fiction film, hard sci-fi film. Just go and check it out, because there's nothing like it out at the moment, and there hasn't been anything like it in terms of what you see visually. Stays very close to the source material from what I've seen graphically from the manga, in terms of the weapons used by the characters, the way certain characters look. Just please go and check it out. It's something quite unique.
It's the first big movie of this year, pretty much, or one of the first big movies of this year, next to like How to Train Your Dragon 3. I mean, like for money making.
Yeah.
And so it's gonna be interesting, because I've seen a little bit of marketing, but it's not been over the top. Like, I'm not seeing...
It's been subtle. I feel like films this time of year, they never ram down the audience's throat, because whether it's a subconscious thing where once summer blockbuster season comes, you know, we've had the trailer for Hobbs Shaw, which we're going to discuss later. But you find that trailers for films coming out in summer are more talked about than films being released right now. Because everyone's always looking forward to the summer season. But I think that, you know, a lot of people turned up last night. I think this is going to do well at the box office. It's been released at the perfect time.
That's what I like hearing. All right, shall I go and talk about Green Book then?
I want to know your thoughts. I'm really curious about this
Green Book, I was looking at my phone because I had to make sure it's nominated for 5 Oscars. And it's nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor in both Mahershala Ali and also Viggo Mortensen. And this film is actually pretty simple. It's about this post-bouncer guy who is played by Viggo Mortensen. He's a rough guy. He's your stereotypical white, buff, Italian American.
Yeah.
And Mahershala Ali's character, Don Shirley, is a musician. He's a brilliant pianist. I'm pretty sure he actually plays the piano in the film as well. He learned just for this. And he's basically a bodyguard taking Don all around Southern America, like the South.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's really a straightforward story of two Americas. The racist America, where we're able to see how Don, Mahershala Ali's character, is racially abused, and we see the verbal abuse he's getting, and we also learn about the good side of America. Almost like this is a movie talking about hope for racism in America. Viggo Mortensen plays this really beat up character who he's really down on his life in general. When he meets Ali, he's not in a good place, and it's one of those stories where they both go on this journey and they both learn about each other together. And they grow together. Yeah. And it doesn't beat you over the head with the racism. In fact, Don, Mahershala Ali's character, he goes through stages of discussing to Tony how he doesn't feel he feels out of place with both the white community and the black community.
Yeah.
And really, there's not much else to say. This film does certain cool nuances, like twist, I guess, to what could be a plain story. But what really works about this is the chemistry between the two actors. And, it's not an overly long film. I believe it's clocks in at 2 hours. And it's pretty standard. It is a bit awards clingy. I think there's some things.
I think films like this, they always have a awards look to them, don't they?
Yeah, of course.
And these types of films, they usually have a simplistic plot because the performance of the actors convey the emotional tone to the audience.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because the director Peter Farrelly also directed Dumb and Dumber, which I feel like you can see the comedic elements kind of transition, and it's very subtle. It's not obviously a comedy.
There's been some great transitions from directors coming from comedic backgrounds to dramatic ones. Obviously, Adam McKay. Look what he's doing.
Look what he's doing now with Vice, and obviously he came from The Other Guys and Step Brothers. And I think what Farrelly was really able to do was focus on how these two characters can really carry this film without really having to overcomplicate it with... You clearly have your heroes in this movie, you clearly have your villains.
And they're not exaggerated. They're very down to earth.
The villains sometimes feel a bit like... a bit traditional, but that's okay. This film doesn't need to pull me in any more than that. It's about these two characters.
Yeah.
And, I can understand why this film has been nominated for everything. It's not going to be my favorite movie of the year. I definitely don't think Viggo Mortensen's going to win Best Leading Actor, but I do think that Mahershala Ali gives his second best performance right behind Moonlight. And Moonlight, though, I think is almost untouchable.
He's having a killer career span at the moment. I don't know if you know, but True Detective Season 3's out at the moment, and he's killing it in that. Yeah. You need to check it out, by the way.
I do. I think we also have a plan that once we watch Season 3, we're going to talk about it in depth. How many episodes are we in now? 6?
Yeah, so I'm on episode 4 at the moment, so even I've been lagging.
I haven't even seen Season 3 yet, but I've heard that he's great. And you told me he's great.
Yeah, he's really good in it, man.
And, there's not really too much else to say about this movie without overdoing it. And expect it to definitely get some big hype as we go towards award season. It's just being released now in the UK. Yeah. And I do predict, and we'll have a big prediction list, I'm assuming, for the Oscars in a bit. But
early March?
Well, it's at the end of February.
End of February?
Yeah, it's 23rd.
Wow.
So we'll do it.
We're not long.
We'll probably make a special video about it
next week.
Yeah,
we could do it next week.
Yeah, we'll get that soon. But
let's do it next week.
But Mahershala Ali will definitely be in my talking points.
Wow.
And it's really
best supporting actor is one that's really gone under the radar this year because there's been a lot of solid performances. But obviously, you've seen Green Book. Yeah. I'm forgetting the actor's name from A Star Is Born, but he seems like one of the
Lady Gaga's sister that was in brother. Sorry,
Bradley Cooper's brother.
Oh, Sam Elliott. Sorry,
going through the whole family.
No, Sam Elliott. And my opinion on that performance.
That was an awesome performance. Yeah.
I'm actually kind of a little bit surprised that this is a supporting nomination. I thought maybe it'd be lead acting.
It's always a tricky one when you're dealing with even though it's two actors, you could class
one
it
has to be the lead.
piece.
And it's definitely Tony's movie. Like, let me get that straight. It is definitely Tony's movie.
Right.
It's just that Don is in it quite a little bit.
Yeah.
So that was the interesting part to me. But definitely go check it out.
There's so much to check out at the cinema.
Oh,
at the
yeah.
moment.
How to Train Your Dragon 3 is out as well, which is...
You're so hyped for that. Have you seen it?
I've seen that as well. I won't do a review because we've already talked about 2. I mean...
Joking, man.
It's going to do well at the box office.
No, of course it will.
It's
There's
going
always
to do
an
well
audience
because,
for that.
well, yeah, kids.
Yeah.
Kids and parents who just need to throw the kids like into the cinema for a little while. And it's... If you guys want my quick take on that, it is not as good as the first 2. And I believe the first 2 are in the top 5 anime films ever.
Wow.
But it is good enough to probably recommend to go see. It's not as good as the other 2.
Do you have a good time with it though?
I have fun.
It's okay.
I have fun for maybe 2/3 of it.
Okay.
Yeah, and
then
that's
you
not
just
me
wanted
saying
it to
anything.
end.
Yeah, it gets to a point where it's a kids film.
Yeah.
Whereas with the first 2, I didn't feel
There was
like
a lot
that
of
ever.
substance
There was a lot of adult themes there,
Yeah.
and it's great. So that's my take on that. Now, what news have
Right,
we
we've
got?
got some awesome news this
Can't
week, man. I know we spoke about Hobbs and Shaw before. The trailer's come out for that.
Have you seen the trailer?
I've not seen the trailer, but from what I've seen, we got Idris Elba as the villain. A globe-trotting film as well. What are your thoughts? You're shaking your head.
I am not looking forward to this movie, and I'll be the first one to watch it in the cinemas because it's Dwayne Johnson, Jason Statham.
Yeah, two of the baddest men on the planet.
But they've changed the story into one that allows Dwayne Johnson to have a superhero movie without it being a superhero movie.
I've seen something about Idris Elba.
Idris Elba's a superhero. Like, he's not a superhero, but he's a genetically enhanced human. And
we're gonna have Fast and Furious races on the moon.
I know,
we're gonna be going to space.
I know, and I'm not even saying necessarily this is a.
It jumped the shark at number 6.
Yeah,
man.
well, I think they also did that with number 7.
Fun to watch.
I mean, like I said, I'm gonna definitely see this, but it feels like instead of naming it Hobbs and Shaw and Fast and Furious, it'd be probably more easy for me to accept it if it was something else. Instead, Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
I think there is an audience for it to go in that science fiction territory, though, because they aren't being taken seriously anymore. Well, in a good way, though.
Well, here's the thing, though, is that it's not even a sci-fi drama. It looks like a comedy.
Like a buddy cop comedy sort of thing.
Yeah, but like an actual comedy. Like, there's moments in this where you're like cringing because they try and lay it. And again, I can't express this enough. This isn't me saying that this movie's the worst. I'm not gonna see it. I think I was expecting something different.
I mean, The Rock, not to discredit him, but some of his humour is very corny.
And some of his film choices,
generic.
While he's always, I think, almost consistent with his performance, his film choices as a recent
Central Intelligence, I did not like that.
Well, that was what I liked.
It?
I didn't like Rampage. I wasn't the biggest fan of Skyscraper. Baywatch.
No, Skyscraper was awful.
Yeah,
awful.
It was not good. And that, again, that does not mean that that's why I'm thinking this is a poor looking movie. I'm just saying
it's a testament to him. If he's got his name on the poster, everyone's going to turn up.
Over $1 billion.
He's a box office beast.
And as we get closer, by the way, I'm probably going to warm up.
But right now, I'm sure.
But right now, it's a bit. We just come off of Fast and Furious 8, where The Rock just had to manhandle a torpedo and destroy a car. Which, I mean, like, at this point, we're escalating. Like,
they will go to space. They will.
They will definitely have
Just like Tom Cruise is going to go to space in the next Mission Impossible, but that's going to be badass and realistic. Because he's actually going to do it. It's going to be no CGI.
It's going to be great. But yeah, that's the Hobbs and Shaw trailer opinion.
Javier Bardem has joined the cast of Denis Villeneuve's Dune remake.
Okay, yeah.
And the cast of that is looking absolutely insane.
Timothy Chalamet's in that, and
Batista.
Batista as well. But I'm more excited about Chalamet because apparently he has quite a dominant role.
Yeah.
And he was great in Beautiful Boy.
He's an awesome actor.
And he was great in Call Me by Your Name. And this cast just gets better.
Oscar Isaac too.
Oscar Isaac was just brought in as
Rebecca Ferguson.
I don't know anything about Dune personally. I don't know a thing about Dune at all.
It's a classic sci-fi film.
Sure, I've not seen the classic sci-fi film.
But I've not seen it. But I'm just hyped because Denis Villeneuve is doing sci-fi again.
Denis Villeneuve is definitely one of the best directors.
And Javier Bardem in a sci-fi film as well is interesting because he's not tackled that area before, as far as I know.
He's a very diverse actor, though.
He is.
And obviously we have Dave Bautista, who's worked with Villeneuve before as
Exactly.
well.
Actors like that, like Bardem and Isaac, are really going to ground a film as grand in scale as this is going to be. Because, you know, as successful as Villeneuve has been, the budget of his film is going to go up and up and up. Mm-hmm. And it's not going to dilute the quality, I don't think.
We saw that with 2049.
I know.
And obviously that's one of my favourite films of all time, isn't it?
All time.
And I'm excited for this. And this isn't bad news. I don't know how anybody could take this as bad news.
Every time I see a Dune story, I'm
get a bit more excited. Once the trailer drops and I'm able to put it in perspective. Again, I don't know what this is about.
Yeah, you want to see the visual tone. You want to see what you're working with.
Because right now I'm excited about it because it's a Denis Villeneuve film and I've seen this cast. And then once I see the visuals, I have no doubt we'll both be here.
Opening night.
Yeah. No, I have no doubt. If you'll probably see the trailer, I imagine. You'll probably. That's one of the things you don't want. He doesn't watch trailers.
I'll see a teaser.
And that would be it for you.
I'll accept a teaser.
But that's what I mean. You and me, we're both stuck in, and obviously Javier Bardem being joining this cast just makes it even better.
We also have. Obviously, you watched the Super Bowl the weekend.
Yeah,
you love the Super Bowl.
Hold up, let me just.
You love the NFL.
I did this on purpose. Go, Pats, baby.
So cringy, man.
Brady has his 6. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? But
I know you're talking about Tom Brady.
Yeah, Tom Brady. And just so you guys know out there, he's probably going to snap his fingers after getting all the stones to his Infinity Gauntlet. You still have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, obviously you're making a reference to Infinity War.
I feel like really
He's got
bad.
all the... He's got how many?
He's got 6 Super Bowl rings. Yeah. He's the best of all time.
So he's won 6 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
See? You get a ring for a Super Bowl.
Sorry, I'm treating you as if you don't know anything. I'm sorry.
To me like a baby, mate.
I'm sorry.
Speaking of the Super Bowl, obviously one of the most interesting aspects of the Super Bowl, aside from the sporting aspect, is the release of new, hot, interesting trailers. Yep. We already knew that Jordan Peele was going to be helming the Twilight Zone reboot coming out, and we kind of had a Black Mirror-esque, semi-realistic reveal of the show. It's going to be on the CBS streaming service, I believe.
It's basically like Netflix.
So I don't know how it's going to come out over here, but it was essentially Jordan Peele walking on the pitch, wasn't it? And he was introducing the world to the Twilight Zone.
And it's actually, I think it's on the UK Netflix. I think that's how they're doing it, because they did the same thing with Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah,
and
which no one cared about.
Oh, the first season was amazing.
You liked it?
First season was probably like almost a 10.
The CGI just looked a bit...
Really?
No.
I mean, I don't know. But with Twilight Zone, though, I think that's what they're going to do. And I cannot be more excited. I haven't seen the teaser for it. I haven't had the opportunity. I have heard about this though.
Farmiga? Is that what she's called?
Teresa Farmiga, the chick that was in The Nun?
Yes.
That
is her name, isn't it?
Teresa. Yeah. I think so.
I feel like it is.
It's Farmiga. It's definitely Farmiga. Yeah. Farminga's in this film.
We're wrong.
Basically.
I apologise. I feel like that really does feel correct though. That really does feel correct. She's in it, and she obviously has a big horror background herself. She's in American Horror Story as well. Also saw news that
Vera Farmiga.
Vera Farmiga is the older one.
Oh, is it Teresa?
Yeah, I'm talking about the younger.
I even said The Nun, and I thought maybe I was talking about Vera.
No.
Oh, okay.
The Nun is... Because that was her younger sister in The Nun.
Ah, right, okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
We're on the same track again. It's okay. Yes. She was in season 5? Is it
the first season of American Horror Story, and then she's in she came back for later series as well.
Yeah, okay.
God, we confused ourselves there.
Sorry, let's go back to talking about
those Twilight Zone sisters, man. Jeez.
I know, they're all over the place.
So in terms of the cast, I know she's in that.
Okay.
Great horror background. It looks like Black Mirror is going to have a bit of competition in terms of these sorts of shows used to be called Monster of the Week in a sense that it's an anthology show and the episodes aren't interconnected. So an anthology series, Black Mirror is going to have a series competitor on its hands.
You also look at how Black Mirror changed the game with Bandersnatch, right? Now Twilight Zone can even double that.
And when you've got a mind like Jordan Peele, man, like what a march he's going to have. Because he's got us coming out too, obviously. That's probably my most anticipated film of the year.
Yeah,
I think so. That or Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, that is definitely between one of those. The poster for us, the new poster, got released today.
Where Lupita Nyong'o.
Crazy.
I'm excited. And like I said, I haven't seen... I know about the opening to the teaser. I haven't still seen it, though. You can't go wrong with Jordan Peele.
Also, Lee Wanell is going to be helming. He's going to be definitely writing the script for Escape from New York. And he's also going to be directing a remake of The Invisible Man. So now...
Yes.
That is a really interesting point.
Because this basically means that the Universal Dark Universe is gone. It's scrapped.
But Blumhouse is taking it over.
But they're scrapping the Tom Cruise films.
They're done.
Yeah.
But they're going to do a semi-shared universe, but with directors who are passionate about each monster are going to helm that. There's going to not be much sharing in terms of the tone of each film. Each film, like in a Marvel movie, Black Panther is distinctly different from Thor Ragnarok.
Right, of course.
For example. So that's the approach they're wanting to go for.
And Lee Wanell, is that how you say his name?
Upgrade. Incredible.
Great. And
it's been a long time coming for him as well, because he's been around the business since about 2007.
He's done so much producing.
Yeah, produced a lot of the Saw movies in the background for those movies. Insidious, yeah. So again, a long-time worker, collaborate with James Wan, which is a great guy to learn from.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. You know, whenever I see Blumhouse and horror next to each other, I am there. And that is money. That is money. Yeah. Everybody loves Blumhouse. And that is it. That is it for the episode.
That's like enough to get you excited just for anything. And that's just 1 week of news, pretty much.
This week has been crazy for cinematic news.
Yeah. And we also have still films coming out for the rest of the month. Obviously, we've still got... I feel like we got the Lego movie coming out.
Lego movie does come out.
Which I'm looking forward to. I don't know about you. You're not a big anime film, are you?
Not really.
No, but I'm looking forward to
I'll watch
that.
Toy Story 4.
Oh, have you seen it? Have you got... Oh, wait, we'll talk about this real quick. The teaser for Toy Story 4 looks pretty awesome. Because I was there like...
Got a bit of a Finding Dory vibes for me, though. Where they're like stuck in a large open environment.
It's the carnival, isn't it? Yeah.
That reminds me of getting stuck in the public aquarium of Finding Dory.
I thought about to say you got stuck in the public aquarium. I was about to get really concerned for you.
No, I wouldn't be here, man. If I was stuck in a shark
He's still there!
I'd be like, there's some Us thing going on where I'm a replication of myself.
As long as this doesn't kill off any of the characters,
someone's definitely going to die, because I've seen, and as you've seen, everyone at home, Tom Hanks had a real tough time getting through the last scenes.
Yeah.
So
I'm
if Buzz dies, Woody dies, surely you can't do that to kids. But
you'll be breaking grown men's hearts.
I cried so hard. Toy Story 3.
Peele and Key are in this as well. Key and Peele.
Really?
Yeah. Keegan Michael Key's in this, and so is Jordan Peele. And they look great. I reckon they'll probably be in this for about maybe 5-10 minutes, but
enough.
Be the best 5-10 minutes of any anime.
Yeah, they'll probably steal the show. So that is it for this week's episode of Real Talk, guys. Pretty quick and concise episode.
That's how we do it around here at Real Talk.
Look at the beautiful logo in the background.
You can follow us on Twitter
and on YouTube. Please do, because it really does help us.
It means a lot to us.
And we want to know what you guys think in terms of which new content we can bring. Because we're always trying to please everybody.
Yeah, of course. Just like comment down below. Let us know what you guys think. If there's any topics that you want us to talk about in the future, definitely let us know. And if you even go on our Twitter, which you guys should be following,
we have great interaction on Twitter. I love it.
You will be able to just contact you guys directly talk to us. And
awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Awesome. Till next time. See you guys.